It seems that memes are everywhere. In our healthcare, our meats, our water, our streets. There are memes about magnets and pillows and beats. There are memes about meatloaf. There are memes about Crete. But with all this mimetic hysteria, why is it that no one seems to know a damn thing about the original meme, Mimes? The lineage of Mimes begins nearly 1,000 years ago in the Alps. There, a string of monasteries were being constructed for only the most devout Christians. These monks never spoke, some because they had just burnt their mouths with very hot soup, others because there wasn't much to talk about, but most kept silent to avoid drawing the attention of the terrible thing that lives in the mountains. But some monks grew tired of watching their brethren get shredded by the insatiable beast. They would shake their fist at God, and God would say, hey, what's all that about? And the monks would grow red in the face, and God would say, use your words there, buddy, but they wouldn't, because they couldn't. Then God would banish them from the mountains for wasting his time. These godless monks would wander the earth with no hope, with no law but strength. Eventually they would turn to a life of crime. And it turned out they were remarkably suited to such a life. Their dexterity was phenomenal due to years of making macrame for the villagers in the valley. They were naturally resistant to high winds, and they could escape nearly any confines, and of course, they were impeccably silent. But because monks who do crime is a real mouthful, everyone just called them Mimes. In a few short years, Mimes became the best thieves on the face of the planet. There was nothing they couldn't steal. The Ark of the Covenant? Mimes. Blackbeard's treasure? Mimes. Finland? Mimes. My will to live? Mime. No, I'm just kidding. I'm good. We're good. By the 1950s, however, it became clear that there just wasn't much money in stealing money anymore, which is why most mimes shifted into the much more lucrative field of street art. Nowadays, most mimes try to distance themselves from their criminal ancestors and prefer to be referred to as the gesturally inclined, much like how massage therapists hate being called masseuses because of the connotation that they're all moose. They're not, of course. Only a few of them are moose. I know we've all been warned about mimes from a young age from our parents, our pastor, the men in the lab coats, about the dangers they pose, about the powers they possess. But we would all do well to remember that most mimes are more scared of you than you are of them, and most of them just want the same things that we all want one way or another: to be valued members of the community, to be loved, to be seen, not heard. And I believe I speak for all of us when I say that we've all had to come to terms with the idea that at any given moment, there could be a mime behind you, that due to their complete, otherworldly silence, their ability to fit into small spaces like closets, under the bed, in a shoe, due to all of these things, it's impossible to know if there's a mime in your house. And though this is an epistemological nightmare for many of the world's greatest philosophers, I hope it can be a comfort to you, that no matter how unjust the world may seem, no matter how beleaguered and lonely you feel, you're never truly alone.